Everyone. I'm so happy to be here. It is, well, at least in Oakville, if you're in Oakville, it's a bright morning today, and it doesn't look like it's raining or snowing, but I don't mind the snow. That's okay. We are in Canada. We know what to expect. But I love that it's bright and sunny outside. I've got my trusty cup of tea. It's a little snowman. I'm not sure if you can see it. Little snowman on my cup today. Very apropos for the weather and the time of the year. And I've got my tea in here. Grab yourself a cup of tea, coffee, water, or anything else you might need. Fantastic. I see Daniel has his. So get ready and get comfortable. Before you do, I want to show you something. I promised you last week that we're going to stand up if you'd like to, only if you'd like to. And I've got to be honest, when I go to classes and my instructor says, if you'd like to, there's a choice. Sometimes I just stay in the position because my body is telling me I don't want to do what the instructor is telling me or guiding me to do. And that's okay. But today I have a tea towel because you're with me in my kitchen this morning. I know I change around all the time. It's what happens. I need some bright light this morning, natural light. So I've got a tea towel. And if you've got a tea towel, a scarf, a belt, or anything like it, any kind of scarf, notice it doesn't have to be long. See how short my tea towel is? Then grab one. And if you don't worry about it at all. Also, last week I mentioned that if you've got blocks, for those of you who practice yoga, if you've got yoga blocks and this is just a foam block, then grab your yoga blocks. If you don't grab them, don't grab anything. And I don't want you to buy anything because we're in our homes, at least I am with you today. And there's always things that we can grab so that we can practice chair yoga. Today I have 2 chairs. And the reason why I do is I want to show you how we can support ourselves on a chair and get a great stretch. Now, like I said, if getting out of your seat, or if you are in a wheelchair, or if you use a walker or a cane, if it's not something you want to do, stay seated. Ignore me. I will guide you through the class and you will not have to worry at all. So here we are. Let's get started. I'm just going to make my way to my seat and turn on my lights so it's a little bit brighter. So here I am. I'm sitting down on my chair and you'll notice it's the same thing I do each week, even if the location is different. I put a nice point set up in the corner for you. So if you're watching, at least you get a little bit of that beautiful holiday brightness. Now, notice I'm sitting and I'm going to place my feet completely on the ground. So here I go. I'm going to move this back a little bit and turn this down so that you can see my toes today. My feet are on the ground. I'm planting heel to toe completely on the ground. And that is very important. I'm not lifting up my heels and I'm not lifting up my toes. I'm not putting my feet underneath my chair, and I'm not extending my feet forward. So plant them down firmly so that your heel is generally underneath your knee. So it's just your regular alignment. So lift up your foot, don't even think about it, put your foot down, and then plant your toes down. Now sit up nice and tall as long as your back is comfortable. So I am not pressing my back against the back of the chair. My back is nicely aligned, my hands are down. This morning we're going to take 1 minute to breathe before we get started. So take a big breath in through the nose and sigh it out. It feels good in the chest to do that, and it's good for the body. Don't force it, just breathe in. Part your lips. Make that sound. I can't hear you, so it's okay, unless the people in your home can hear you. Breathe in again. Relax the shoulders. Notice that my gaze is just neutral. I'm looking straight ahead. My shoulders are very relaxed as I sit here. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out if you can. If it doesn't feel good, breathe in or out through the nose and the mouth as a combination. Don't force the breath in your nose when you're breathing in. And as you breathe out, don't force the breath out. Just a natural breath in and out, relaxing. You can even close your eyes. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, slow breath out. Breathe in and out. Beautiful. Now, while I'm seated, I want to start moving the upper part of my body first. So in actual fact, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to pull you in a little closer, and I'm going to sit in front of the screen for a minute so that you can see what I'm doing. You stay where you are on your chair, but I want to get nice and close so that you can see me. All I want you to do first is just to turn your gaze to the right or the left. What feels good? Look over your shoulder and take 2 breaths. 1 in, 1 out is 1 breath. And again, breathe in and breathe out. Slow it down, don't breathe quickly. Inhale breath as we bring our gaze forward. Exhale as you turn towards the other side. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Inhale breath as we turn our gaze forward again. I'm looking straight at you, and here I am. Now, here's what we're going to do next. Lift up your chin slightly. Breathe in, look up. Exhale breath, lower chin towards the chest. You don't have to force it. Look down towards your knees, maybe your toes. Inhale breath, lift up nice and slow. Slow inhale as you move. Exhale as we transition and bring our chin towards our chest again. Inhale, breath neutral. And exhale, come back to your normal pattern of breath. One of the things I want to remind you is that turning your head around in a circle is actually not beneficial and not recommended. It's the reason why I ask you to turn from left to right, right to left, or up or down. We don't actually turn our heads in a circle. And if you want to know why, because our bodies are made so that when we need to see what's behind us, we don't roll our heads in a circle. Instead, we twist and twist. So let's do that now. Let's move from left to right or right to left, whichever is best for you. I'm going to look over my right shoulder and take an inhale breath. Breathe in. And as I exhale, chin towards the chest, as if I were tracing my collarbone. Exhale. Inhale breath as I lift and look over the left. Exhale, chin to chest. Draw along your collarbone with your chest. Inhale breath. Exhale, come to neutral position. That is actually the way that we would turn our heads. So now let's do something else, okay? A little bit of something. I know I'm still sitting on the ground. You're sitting on your floor, your chairs maybe, or maybe some of you joined me on the ground and just moved your cameras down. That's okay. Wherever you are comfortable, you're fine. I want you to take your hands and place your hands on your hips. So now you'll notice there's a little bit of work in the shoulders and in your shoulder blades back here. Now, inhale, look towards the right, breathe in. Exhale all the way slowly towards the left. Nice. Inhale, come back to neutral and release. Nice. I'm going to sit back a little bit. I'm going to take my hands now. Just pick up your hands, interlace your fingers. If it feels good, option 1 is just to reach forward. Grasp your hands. Option 2 is to flip your palms inside out. If it feels really good, here we go. Reach your hands all the way up as if you just woke up. Oh, that beautiful stretch. Nice. Now, while you're here, remember that your hands might also be here. Lean towards the right. You can be here or here. Inhale, breath, come back to neutral. Lean towards the left. Arms are either up or extended in front of you. Bring your hands back to neutral. Lower down. I'm going back to my chair because we need to get moving this morning and you need to see what I'm doing. So here we go. Going back to my chair, upper body first, so you don't have to worry about doing anything and you don't need to see my feet. I can't see myself properly, so here we go. There, that's a lot better. So sit down again if you were on the ground. Sit back on your chair. Make sure your feet are still fully planted. So when I say that, I mean toes are not up, toes are down, heel is also down on both feet. Now, grab, if you have it, your towel, your scarf, anything at all, actually, a belt. And if you don't have one, it doesn't matter. I'm going to lightly take a hold of my towel and just reach forward. I'm not holding on tightly, just loosely. Breathe in, breathe out. If you don't have a towel, it'll look like this. Just reach your fingers forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, those of you who have a towel, keep holding on. Inhale, let's take our arms to the right. Now, notice if I have a towel, I can only go so far. And if I don't have a towel, I can only go so far. Breathe in. Now, look forward. Don't look toward your fingertips. Look towards your screen. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, inhale, breath. Bring your hands forward. Exhale, breath. Woo! Take your hands to the other side. Do you feel the work in your shoulders? One more breath here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, down. Relax your shoulders. I can feel it in my shoulders. Just because this is the first bit of activity I'm doing this morning. So once again, take hold of your towel if you have one, and I want you to stay seated. Keep your feet firmly planted on the ground. Reach towards me as if you were giving me the towel, holding it with two hands and reaching towards me. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep your bottom fully planted on your chair. Inhale, breath, exhale. Lower your hands. Keep the rest of your body high. So my torso and my head are high. Inhale, lift up again. Exhale, come back to neutral position. That was nice and simple. I'm going to do it without the towel. Inhale, breath. Pretend you've got a towel if you don't have one. Exhale, I'm going to hinge forward. Make sure your bottom is planted firmly on that chair. Breathe. And here we go. Exhale, breath. Relax. Let go. Notice what you're feeling already in your shoulders. Let's do some work up here. Shrug your shoulders up nice and high. Breathe in. Exhale. Oh, let go. Do that again, 2 more times on your own. Maybe the last one. I feel like my back is getting a little bit of work. My shoulders are getting a little bit of work. Now this is going to look really, really funny, what I'm going to ask you to do next, okay? My hands are already in position. I want you to pretend this is the robot arms. From the side, it looks like this, robot arms. And here's what I want you to do. I'm going to do it first from the front. Hinge forward slightly. Take your elbows behind you as if you were reaching your elbows to the wall behind you or to the top of the wall behind you. Keep breathing. Come back to neutral. Can I show you this from the side? We're going to do it again. So here I am in my robot position. I'm going to hinge forward and take my elbows behind me. Breathe in, breathe out. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades. We're getting some work up here, back here. Breathe out. Breathe in one more time and breathe out. Nice. Come back to neutral. So we're working the muscles in the back a little bit. Okay, we're going to do that one more time, all of us together. Inhale, robot. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, breath, get ready. Exhale, take those elbows back slightly. Notice my fingers are still wiggling. I don't have any pain. I can feel my muscles working, but it's not painful. If it's painful, come out of the posture. Nice. Come back to neutral and relax. Right hand on your hip. Okay. Left hand reach up. Reach to the side. Inhale up. Exhale, reach to the side. Last one, inhale up. Breathe in, exhale, reach. Notice how small my movement is, but I can feel the stretch all the way through my side body, through my shoulder, right through to my fingertips, all the way up, and let go. Other side. Are you ready? Reach up, and all the way to the side. Inhale, breath. Exhale. Oh, feels so good on that exhale breath. You can look up or down, by the way. Inhale up. Exhale. Reach. Oh, the side body and the back are getting a nice stretch. This arm protects us from going too far to the left side. Maybe one more. Inhale. Big nourishing breath in and exhale. Okay, come back to neutral position and shake it out. I'm going to put this on for a moment. This is my magnifier so that you will see me a little bit better. And here we go. At least I think you will. Okay, so I can move back now. I'm going to take my blocks, if you have blocks, and I'm going to put them beside me. I want you to remember what the blocks do for me. The blocks, all they do is bring the floor up. A stack of books does the same thing. And last week I showed you the paint can. Well, I only have paint cans because we're painting, but they're the right height. So if I were to have two paint cans or stacks of books, still brings the floor up and completely fine because we are at home and I don't need you to purchase anything. There are so many things that we can use. Even a large pot turned upside down, since I'm in the kitchen, 2 large pots would be perfect. I'm sure you don't want me to grab a pot right now though. I'm going to place my hands on my blocks or my hands on my thighs, holding on to opposite elbows. Notice that my upper body hasn't moved. It's just where I place my hands. My sits bones are still on the chair, so I'm still sitting planted firmly. I'm not lifting off the chair at all, okay? Breathe in and breathe out. Now, if your hands are on the block and you'd like to go a little step further today and really do a little bit of work, press your feet firmly into the ground and start to pretend you're starting to lift off the chair. Tighten your quads, tighten your glutes, so your bottom and your thighs, and squeeze as if you're lifting and let go. Lift, pretend you're lifting. Press those feet evenly into the mat and let go. We're working our entire torso. Can you feel it? Inhale, breath. Exhale, let go. Nice. Now you can still do that here. If I were pretending I was going to lift up and stand up, I would press my feet and start to lift a little bit and let go. It's a small movement. Inhale, press your feet. Pretend you were trying to get up from this position and let go. It might seem like you're not doing anything, but your muscles are working. Trust me. Inhale, pretend you were going to get up from this and let go. Nice. Everyone sit. Reach your hands to the sides. Inhale. Nice. Shoulder height. Breathe in, breathe out. Turn your palms down. How do your shoulders feel? Turn your palms backwards. Breathe in, breathe out. If it hurts, bring your arms down. Nice. Now turn your palms up. Notice the difference in the shoulders. Keep your fingers spread wide. Breathe in, breathe out. When you're ready, let's all move into cactus. Notice how I bent my arms at the elbow. Nice. Now, bring your arms down. Woo. Inhale to cactus. Exhale down. Nice. Inhale to cactus. Last one. Exhale down. Beautiful. Inhale, reach your fingertips up as high as they can go, and then bring your hands together. Palms meet, fingertips towards your toes. If you have low blood pressure, lift your head higher than your heart. Or maybe we should all just do that together. Lift your head higher than your heart. Stay here and breathe. Or, here's an alternative. Hold on just below your knees. Breathe in, breathe out. Or you're holding on up here. And breathe in and breathe out. Come back to neutral. We're doing that 2 more times. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Fingertips to toes. Or shins or thighs. Inhale. Press into your shins, everyone. Press in lightly. Look up. Stretch your neck up. Arch your back a little bit, just a little maybe. And nice. Come back to seated position. Relax your back, especially if you've got any back concerns. Breathe in, breathe out. 1 more time. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, touch your toes. It's a forward fold. Inhale, hands on shins. Nice. Stretch your neck up. Look up. Breathe. Nice. Exhale, forward fold. Let's come down again a little bit. Let your belly press on your thighs. And then come back to a neutral position. Allow your arms to fall alongside the body. Breathe in, breathe out. Are you ready for that twist we do every week? Really good for digestion, according to yogic philosophy, according to medical doctors and practitioners. They will tell you that twisting typically does nothing, right? However, I need to tell you this, but we know that when babies have gas, sometimes we rub their bellies and get rid of some of the gas. You've got to know which way to rub. So I'm just giving you the information. And of course, something might resonate with you. You can always look up as well. Talk to your doctors. Always very important to talk to your medical practitioners. Right hand over the back of the chair. Inhale up with my left hand. Left hand reaches to the outside of the right thigh. I can already feel the twist. Your feet are stationary on the ground. They don't move. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, twist to the right. It's your torso we're talking about. I don't mind your head turning, but don't hurt your neck. Look towards the right. Breathe in, breathe out. Don't hurt the shoulder. Notice where you feel tension in the body. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale breath. I'm going to bring my left hand back, place it down. Right hand, place it down. Left hand reaches for the back of my chair or your armchair or the arm of your chair. Or you can even reach for the base of your chair. Whatever is available to you. The right hand rises up. Stretch it up if it feels good. Nice big stretch. And start to twist towards the left. Press your hand into that thigh and get tall. Don't round into this. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Twist your belly button in the direction of the left. I know you're not going very far with that. Neither is mine. My belly button's right here. But it lets you know what I want to twist. I'm not really worried about the neck. Your head will determine what feels good, right? For your neck, you'll determine that. Breathe in, breathe out. Can you feel that spinal twist? Keep your feet firmly planted on the ground. Ah, so good as you come back to neutral. Did you see that? I just let out. I just let it out. I didn't even do anything formal. Just shake it out. Shake it all out. And if this looks weird to you, this is so good for, I'm not even joking. Pretend you've got on some really good groove and music and you're just really just letting the muscles just do whatever feels good, and then sit again. Let's get our toes moving because I said we were going to stand up today. And I really want to show you at least one thing standing up for anyone who wants to stand up, with the option to do a very similar thing with your feet sitting down. Okay, so you're going to be okay if you stay seated. Now, let's just lift our heels off the mat. I don't even have to let you see that because all I want are your toes pressed into the mat and your heels lifted. Now lower the heels down, exhale breath. Lift your toes off the mat, but can you keep the pads of your feet pressed into the mat and your heels, lift the toes up. Let's do that again. Inhale breath, lift only the heel and the pad of your foot up. Only your toes are pressed down and lower. Now here's something that's going to seem really strange, and we are going to do this together today. Okay? I know I'm going to show you the sole of my foot. How terrible of me. But that's why I didn't wear socks today. I need to show you the sole of my foot. And I need you to open and close your toes. Okay? So I'm going to turn to the side. And I want you to send out your right foot. Open and spread your toes as wide as they can go. And then, as if you're picking up marbles. Or if you don't like to lift up your leg, do it while your leg is down. Spread your toes wide. Pick up some sand or marbles. Spread your toes wide on that right foot. Pick up marbles one more time. Spread your toes wide. Pretend you're on a beach. Scrunch your toes up because you're picking up or digging into the sand. Opposite leg. Send either the leg up or you can put it down and do the same thing. This side I'll do with my leg up. Spread your toes wide. Curl your toes. Wide and curl. When you spread them wide, they're called yogi toes. Spread them wide and close your toes. And spread them wide. And again. There we go. And beautiful. Place your foot down. Okay, are we ready to do a little bit of work? If you're seated and you know you're going to stay seated while some of us stand up, I want you to stay seated. And I want you to feel comfortable knowing this is particularly wonderful. And sometimes I just don't do what my instructors tell me to do. They say stand up or do something more challenging because I just don't feel like it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to move this back. And I'm going to turn this up so you can actually see my chair. I was going to use the other chair, but I'm going to use this one. Now, so what I'm going to ask you to do is to stand behind your chair. Okay? Only if you choose to. I'm going to show you both things. Seated and standing. I'm going to start with standing. So if you're sitting, just watch for a moment. Make sure that there is nothing behind you. And that is really important for this. You must make sure that there is nothing behind you. And there's nothing behind me. I'm going to take a step back with my right foot. Okay? Notice I'm still very upright. And then I'm going to put a slight bend in my left side knee, the leg that's forward. And that's it. The back leg is straight and strong. Breathe in, breathe out. If you're seated, keep your feet planted on the ground. Everybody join me as you bring your hands to your heart and look up to where the wall meets the ceiling if you feel stable. If you don't feel stable, keep both hands on the chair or one hand on the chair as an option. When you're ready, inhale breath. As you exhale, step forward with that leg. Get comfortable, step back with the other. Put a slight bend. Breathe in, breathe out. Both hands on the chair. One hand on the chair. If you know you're stable, both hands at your heart. If you're seated, keep both hands at your heart. Look up to where the wall meets the ceiling. just in the crease, and challenge your stability. If you feel like you're wobbling, put your hand back on the chair. When you're ready, place both hands back on the chair. Now, stay where you are if you're standing. Bring both feet back together and just hold there for a moment. And if you're seated, what I would like for you to do is to take your legs wide and reach for your shins. This is where I would like you. And just hold there and breathe. Now, if you are standing with your chair, what I would like you to do is take 2 steps back, make sure nothing is behind you, bend your knees and stick your bottom out behind you. And look forward, hold on to that chair. Make sure your toes are nice and straight, your feet are nicely parallel and aligned. Stick that bottom out behind you. It'll make your back feel better, and it will give you the ability to really bend those knees. Stand up when you're ready, step forward, meet me back on your chair. If you were holding on to your shins and you were here, breathing in and breathing out, come back to neutral. That's it. Stay for a moment and breathe. So, while you're here, we started the beginning of a warrior one, a standing warrior one using the chair. And, using the chair to stand. And if we are using a chair, if we're in a chair class and I have participants who do not want to stand or for accessibility reasons cannot stand, there is nothing wrong with staying where you are. We're all going to do the second option right now, and that is doing what I said not to do at the beginning of the class. So I'm going to show you my feet, and that is I'm going to extend 1 foot forward and keep 1 back. So everyone can do this. My hands are just lightly pressed on my thighs, holding onto the arms of my chair or holding onto the base of my chair. Notice my toes are pointing upright. You should be able to see my big toe here. And then bring it in. Extend the opposite leg. Flexion at the ankle, toes are turned up. 1 leg is forward, 1 leg is back. This is the way I don't want you to sit. I want you to see my legs though. So you see that 1 is forward and 1 is back. Breathe in, breathe out. You're getting a stretch by allowing only the heel to press in lightly. You're not forcing anything. Notice I'm leaning forward a little bit. Now I'm going to show you my face while I'm there. I'm just leaning a little bit, holding on to either the arms, my thighs, and then I can come back to neutral. So that's how you get the same stretch in the leg. The same muscles as when we were standing. That's what's happening when we're sitting. So I don't want anyone to ever think for a moment that sitting in your chair does not give you the same amount of stretch that you would get if you were standing, because that is actually not true. And some of my hardest classes are actually done on the chair and with chairs. Sit back for me. Relax your back. We haven't done that. Sit back, relax, let your body go, take some breaths. And I won't be able to see you, but we are going to do this because it's that kind of a wonderful day. I think it's a wonderful day. I hope you're feeling it's a wonderful day. If you joined in, at least I know you're participating. So that's good enough for me. The fact that you're here. And again, I can't see you. We're almost done. We're not done yet, but we're almost done. But what I want you to realize is that you being here alone changes everything. So I'm going to use myself as an example. We're in this class, I come to the class, and you think that you get the benefit of the class. And what you don't know is I get the benefit of this class. And if you think I'm thinking monetarily, that is not what I'm talking about. I get the benefit of this class by being in community. I know that there are 17 people in this class, breathing and moving slowly together. Number 1, slow is the new advanced. take that with you and give it to anyone you know who's trying to do all sorts of weights. Slow work is good for your mental wellness. Being in the group is good for your mental wellness. So here's what we're going to do so that we can get out any angst that we have left in here. Please do it with me, even if it sounds crazy. We've done this once before. Take a big breath in. Now, if you start to cough, that is so good for the body. This is a breathing technique, and it is ancient. Okay, we're gonna do that 2 more times, or not. I mean, if I was all dressed up in a party dress and someone told me to do this, I wouldn't be doing this, but I am in my kitchen, so what can I say? I hope you're joining me. And even if someone's home with you, like my kids are upstairs studying, they're used to it now, but if they were to come down, they'd roll their eyes at me and say, Mom's at it again. So here we go. Inhale, breath. Did you see how I could have gone on for a minute? The more you do it, the longer the breath. It opens up the chest. It affects the lungs. Do you know how good this is for the body? It gets out the angst. It gets out things that don't feel good. One last time. That's all I'm asking. I know it's silly, but if it made you laugh, I win. And this is not, I mean, I'm not trying to win, but I'm just saying, okay, here we go. Inhale, breath. I hope next time I'm going to say turn off your mute so I can hear you.
we could try that.
I'd like to be able to hear some people if you can just shout it out.
I see people reaching for their mic, so maybe give it a few seconds.
Okay, good. If you've got your mic and you can turn it so that I can hear you, I'm happy to hear. It's going to sound noisy and loud. Let the rest of Oakville know you're happy to just enjoy the sunshine today. Inhale, breath through the nose. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue. Oh, that made my heart feel so good.
That was awesome.
Thank you. Okay, one more breath as a community, as a group today. Big breath in.
My cheeks hurt from that, Kristeen. That was really good.
I know that means that we affected the ears. We opened up the ears, cleans the ears. It does so much. One day we're just going to do chair-based yoga. That'll be a fun class. And we'll just look like we're going to, if they were to film us, we'd be on Canada's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Happy Thursday, everyone. I hope that you are well, that I can see you again sometime, whenever that is. And I hope that if you don't go outside, I hope that you're able to enjoy the sun. I see some chat. I see somebody in the chat. Pam. Thank you, Pam. I see Ingrid and Terry, Sarah, Judy, Lauren. Thank you, David, Anne, Barbara, another Anne. My middle name's Anne. Louise, Marlene, Margaret, another Pam. And thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Morning. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And before I sign off, I should tell everyone. So Kristeen does another class with us tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. on mindfulness and gratitude. So if I don't know if there'll be as much sticking your tongue out tomorrow morning, but if you're interested, please do join us tomorrow morning. It's a nice way to start the Friday and an early start to the weekend. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Kristeen. My cheeks, I think, hurt from smiling, not necessarily sticking my tongue out. So thank you guys very much. Look forward to seeing everyone next week. Bye now, all.
Bye. Bye.